Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs. My name is Jeffrey Davis, and again, we're at O'Brien and Levine all week long in downtown Boston, featuring the best of litigation of the city of Boston. And to my left, backing me up, and doing more than backing me up, is Mark Z from Mark Z Legal Staffing. You probably know more attorneys than anybody I know, Mark.
Well, I don't know about that, but I love this field. I'm very passionate, and we're in this field in a big way, as you know.
Come on. Would I be wrong to say that you've probably interviewed in your career 10,000 attorneys?
I won't challenge you on that. I would say it's a lot of attorneys.
That's a lot of attorneys.
But I'll tell you, it's a rarity where I get a chance to interview people like our next guest, who specializes in a lot of key areas of litigation. But in our business today, cybersecurity is very big. And Mark Bross, who's a partner at Bross Law. Mark, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
So, Mark, you and I, before the show, and obviously you've talked about this in the past, we talked about a lot of areas you're involved in. I mean, you're involved in white-collar crime. You're involved in business litigation. But one area that I think really affects businesses and just affects so many people's lives in a lot of different ways is what's going on with computers and hacking. And so I was wondering if you could share with our audience your practice of cybersecurity.
Sure. I'm happy to. I just said it's one of the key areas that's affecting a lot of businesses, and a lot of things are happening where people are getting hacked regularly. And one of the things I do in my practice is I help businesses sort of prepare for that, because there's lots of steps that a business can take. Basic steps that things they can do to sort of protect themselves and to get ready for a potential cyber breach in the case it happens. And so I help businesses get ready for that, and then also helping them deal with it once. Well, hopefully they never have one, but in case they do, the next steps to take after that, what they have to do, because there's lots of notification, people they need to notify, things they need to do, and things that I help them prepare for.
That's happening on a regular basis now. I mean, you're hearing from Target to Lowe's to major credit card companies. So I think your service, what's interesting, that you're helping them get ahead of this in preparation, which is so important. As I'm a former litigator, and it's the one thing, as you know, in law school they teach us, best defense is a good offense. And so being proactive,
It really is. And one of the things, especially like small to medium-sized businesses, many of them are convinced it can't happen to them. Like, they're aware of places like Target and Home Depot, places that are always in the news. But the smaller businesses, they don't think it can happen to them, and so they never think of things they need to do. And in Massachusetts, actually, you're required to take certain steps called the Written Information Security Plan, which sort of outlines things that you need to do to protect yourself. What are the risks that you have to the personal information you collect? And then what are you doing to protect it? And then identify areas you need to improve. And so what I do is I help businesses. I get in, I walk through the steps, like what's the information that you have, what's at risk, and what do you need to do to improve it. And so it's just sort of a sit down to talk to them to understand, because most businesses have stuff that they're never even aware of.
Right.
And a lot of stuff, even not just the cyber stuff, the regular files that they'll just put on their desk, or they'll put in a cabinet that's not locked, without a locked door, that anyone can come in and take.
Right.
So there's lots of just basic steps that businesses need to do to sort of get in front of data breaches, because now this information is very valuable because it's monetized. And so someone will come in and take it, they'll put it available on the internet to sell, and then some crooks will buy it and make use of it to use credit cards. And so there's lots of things that businesses need to do and that they're not doing. And so I try to help them get out in front and do it.